Well, hey everyone, it's Marcus, and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. I'm doing even more Adelaide Fringe with you all right now. I'm speaking to a dear friend of mine. I've known him for a very long time. He's one of Adelaide's best producers and directors. Please welcome Zac Tyler. Zac, hey, how are you?
Yeah, good, Marcus. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to yet another Adelaide Fringe, right? Woo!
Yeah, I don't know how we're here again, but it happens. We're
Where the
another year older.
time go? So last year you kind of packed up for a while, 27 Club, of course, and you are back in 2026 with a brand new show that I'm super excited for. We're going to unpack it all. It's called
Great.
2016. Um, I mean, look, what's it about?
Look, it's about the year that was 2016. We intentionally have created a show that's a follow-up to 27 Club. We built such an amazing audience, and an audience has been so loyal coming back to 27 Club. We felt like it was time to do something new.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, look, 2016 has been an idea that's been on the back burner for probably a good 3+ years. It's been a while. Um, and I was kind of resisting it for a while, but I don't know if you have this, but if a good idea kind of stays with you and it keeps on coming back into your head, and it kind of got to the point where I couldn't ignore it anymore, and we were at the point where we wanted to have something new, and we're like, look, let's do it. So look, 2016 is about the year that was 2016, and not only the artists who passed away that year, which I'll get into in a minute, but also just kind of the backdrop of that year, which was a significant one. It was Brexit happened in 2016. Trump became the president of the US for the first time in 2016. Well, he's voted in. It was a big Australian election. There was like earthquakes in Italy. There was a Syrian war. It just was like a big monumental year, and it felt like a big shift. And kind of that was a backdrop to then, you know, these amazing amount of incredible artists passing away. So we're talking about it as if we're reclaiming 2016, and yeah, doing that through the music that a lot of us grew up on and have just known for most of our lives.
It really truly was. And I know you touch on some of the artists, but it really was a
Mm,
year that we lost some iconic artists, people that were, just beloved. And, fortunately, obviously their music lives on and, thanks to shows like this. But yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, away from the whole music side as well, we lost some incredible sports people like Muhammad Ali died in 2016, Gene
yeah,
Wilder, the actor, Nancy Reagan
yeah,
passed away, Paddy Duke, and George Martin, even, who is,
mm,
McCartney named as the fifth Beatle. We lost a lot
yeah.
of people that year. It was I felt like every single morning you woke up, it was like another, punch to the gut, wasn't it? Um,
Uh, you've essentially just taken a line out of the show. Like it was exactly that, Marcus. And I think that's kind of why it's now 10 years on. We kind of wanted to go, well, let's talk about this year basically, because this is a little bit full on, and we all experienced it together because it's only 10 years ago.
Goodness.
Um, so yeah, it's look, Carrie Fisher is another one on that list that we
Yeah.
lost.
Yep.
Fidel Castro, like just big figures, big names in the world, and look, yeah, let's touch on some of those artists, I suppose,
Yeah. Who?
because
So who are
it's
you going to be covering?
big list. Yeah. So the main four, I suppose, that we're covering, and it kind of can't, undoubtedly cover them the most, is David Bowie, who passed away right at the start of the year. Leonard Cohen, who left us with some of the, you know, best poetry, best songs, best things that have stood the test of time. George Michael, like what an icon, undeniable. And then Prince,
Yeah.
like those four just alone is huge and monumental. On top of that, there's Rick Parfitt from Status Quo. There's Glenn Fry from the Eagles. There's Paul Kantner from Jefferson Airplane. There's Sharon Jones from Sharon Jones and Dap Kings. Leon Russell. Oh my God, I'm forgetting some. There's so many more. someone else. There's more. Essentially, we're covering about 10 different artists. Yeah.
And how appropriate is Glenn Frey today? Because obviously one of his big songs as a solo artist was "The Heat Is On" from
Yeah.
what's that movie?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah. So the heat is on.
Yeah.
Heat is definitely on in Adelaide today, right? Killer.
All right, the heat is on. And look, that I have to say, we tried to put that song in the show, so you're not going to hear it. But it was like it was the only one that had to be cut purely because of time. You know, we're trying to cram a lot in,
I mean, that's a lot of things there to cover with some incredible songs. I don't even know how you go about choosing the songs. But another artist as well that was a bit more of an underground artist had obviously a massive, massive hit that passed away in October 2016 was Pete Burns of Dead or Alive. You Spin Me Round.
Yes.
You know, it literally was. It was just one after another. Such a it was too much.
There's also Merle Haggard as well, like the country artist. So like there are definitely more than we are covering. We kind of, I suppose, went, what can we do? Who do we focus on? But also down the track, 100% we're going to be doing a 2-act version, and then we can start to add a few of the extra names in there.
So let's talk about the band, because it's an 8-piece band. Who's in it?
Look, it's the absolute dream team. We're extremely lucky. So singing is lead singer Kylie Auldist from the Bamboos. Amazingly, Kylie went #1 around the world in This Girl, the remix that Kungs did of her and Cooking on 3 Burners. So Kylie's phenomenal. We've got Dusty Lee Stephensen coming back. Obviously, for those who know 27 Club, and just Dusty is like, an absolute musical genius.
Really.
Jaron J, who's an artist from Melbourne. I didn't know him before this, but oh my God, the dude can shred on guitar. Wow. He's phenomenal. His voice is phenomenal. He's got a great look. Like he's an absolute sweetheart. So they're our kind of like main lead singers. We've also got Nick Jeffries, who's come back from Sydney probably in the last 2 years. He does an amazing country band called the Jeffries with him and his wife and Tyler. So there's Nick is also singing a couple songs. He's got like this angel of a voice, but he's a phenomenal sax player. So he's playing sax, keys, singing. A lot of talent on stage because they're all doing lots of instruments. We've got Harrison Smith, beautiful virtuosic kind of trumpet player and keys player. He's doing both of those in the show. Ben Todd on drums. Now, for those who don't know Ben, he's like a superstar in the drum world. Used to MD Cirque du Soleil shows around the world. So he's doing our charts and he's our music director. Such a talent. We've got Flick Freeman on bass. Flick is a monster, beautiful person, also doing backing vocals. We're making him work hard, Marcus. We're making him work. And then and then we got Jack Strempel on keys and Hammond. Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of and if you think about the breadth of what we've got to cover, like we're going like funk, soul, pop, bit of kind of country folk. We've got to cover a lot. And so these guys can dip in and out of any genre, but also then, we got horns on there and we got everything.
This is so exciting. Like, I hope you're expecting me to be down the front row every single performance because this is my jam. All right, I'm there for you.
Good. Yeah.
So, and it runs for the entire, or almost the entire length of Fringe. It starts on the Thursday, 19th of February, up until the 9th of March. Obviously, in one of the biggest spaces there, which is the open air space, the Fantail, right in Gluttony, which is obviously where the iconic 27 Club totally sold out pretty much every performance. What is that about the Adelaide Fringe that keeps you coming back for more, putting more shows on?
We just don't like to have a Christmas and a New Year, Marcus. It's just
like to work hard.
Yeah, exactly right. No, like there's just a different energy in Adelaide Fringe, like I think I don't think anyone can say Adelaide's now sleepy outside of Fringe time. Adelaide has always got something on. It's such a cool place to live. But I think that influx of tourists in that time, great weather, like the energy shifts, and like that kind of, to be in a place like Gluttony where they just set it up so well, 18 plus venues, it's just kind of a vibe. And for us, we've built an audience there, and we've been there. Well, we've run venues. We've I've put down the whole list of what I've done in Fringe. It's a both between Amelia and I. It's like 14, 15 years of just a lot of things, from running venues, doing shows, to creating series, all that kind of stuff. So, but I think with this one, with this show, with that venue, it just feels like a right fit. Like we kind of now create to that scale. It is a big venue. It is outdoors. And so you kind of know where you got to pitch the show so that people can have an awesome time. They can also go have a drink. They can come back. They can dance. They can, enjoy the open air. And I think music shows like this that have a lot of heart, have some story, have kind of like hit harder than just a gig. I think, yeah, it works, and we can kind of run it for a long time, and we invest in Adelaide Fringe, and hopefully people respond and they keep on coming to the show.
Always do respond. I mean, like I said, 27 Club was just sell out over and over. And this one will be as well. You touched on Amelia before. Of course, Amelia Ryan, who is obviously your real life partner as well.
Yeah.
But, no, I shouldn't say romantic partner as well as business partner.
Yeah.
That's what I should say.
Yeah.
Both of you are extremely seasoned directors, producers, artists as well. Obviously, I first met you back in the Adelaide Cabaret Festival days.
Yeah.
The amount of work that both of you have got under your belt is just incredible. So it's no wonder that you just are able to put on these incredible shows. There, when you put on a brand new show like this, 2016, does it come along with any nerves? Are you nervous about any part of it?
That's a really good question. Like I was about to say 100%. And I think the nerves, like for right now, I'm not nervous. I'm kind of feeling quietly confident. And I think I think the reason for that is, for this one, we kind of had to be really organized. Like we've already done a week development in December. So we've been able to get everyone together, work through arrangements, work through the flow, get it all humming, and we now know what we're going to do. The execution, obviously, that's a big next step, and it's going to be a big couple of weeks leading up to it. But yeah, I think right now, no, I think it's kind of like an exciting time, and we get to be really creative, and things start coming to life off the spreadsheets and off the page. Yeah. I think that the bit that I'll be nervous is like the preview and opening night, and I can't sit down and watch my own shows. I've got to stand, I've got to move around, I've got to I think it's that bit. But yeah, I don't know. I think we've done a lot, and I don't think that makes any of that easier. You still ultimately, everyone does it for different reasons, but we do it for the audience. We do it for the crowd. We want them to have an awesome time, and we look at that and we go, okay, well, what's hitting, what's not working? Like, how do we keep on tweaking this? I don't know if you would have noticed in 27 Club, I reckon you have, because you've talked to me about it, is that it kept evolving. It never was like, it was very different to how we first started.
Yep.
We kept on building it and shaping it, and every show, we're going, hey, let's do this line instead of that line, and we want to put on the absolute best show possible. So that audience response and that reaction and feedback is like, it's living and breathing. Like it affects the show just as much as the work itself. Yeah,
100%. And touching on 27 Club, obviously that had a gamut of incredible artists on stage, performers, singers, musicians, all of that. What I really liked about watching that show evolve was the visual video elements behind the performers as well. That just grew bigger and bigger. every year as well. And then the other thing I thought was really good is, incorporating that lounge set into the show as
Yeah.
well. So all the artists were always on stage.
Yeah.
Such a brilliant, brilliant show. So I cannot even wait to see what you do with the show. I'm so excited. I will be there, it.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a good point actually. The visual element. I might touch on that if that's all right.
yeah, please do.
It's because it's an interesting one. I think absolutely we found that identity with 27 Club. Like I don't know if anyone's kind of took it in, but we tried to keep 27 Club. It's all black and white, like we tried to keep it really analog and keep it in that world of like, pencil and it's that reminder that like we all kind of grew up watching this, like listening to this on cassettes and VHS, and it really was an analog world, I suppose.
We're that old, aren't we? We're that old.
We are, unfortunately. Although you don't look like you're older at all, but you've got some magic.
It's the work. The work.
But I think with this one, and people would probably even see in the branding, like with 2016, we've actually it's really a nod to the kind of 80s and 90s, because that's when these artists were at their prime, and all of them were really active and so prevalent in, kind of that period, late 70s, 80s, 90s, so we've kind of like placed it there because that's almost like where the memory is. And visually it's going to be lean even more so into that kind of documentary style. Like, that live documentary is just kind of a way to explain what we do. It's not a tribute show. We don't try to be anyone. We don't try to dress up like anyone. But yeah, that live documentary and that visual element, I think will play even a bigger part in this one. So yeah, we're looking forward to kind of bring all those elements together on stage.
I am so excited. Zac Tyler, thank you so much for your time, and all the best with the next couple of weeks as we lead up to, the big opening night for the show. And I cannot even wait to see it. So everybody, the show is called 2016. There was nothing sweet about it at all because we lost way too many amazing people. But yeah, make sure you grab your tickets through Adelaide Fringe website immediately, because this show will sell out every single night, guaranteed. Get along. And Zac, I will see you at the Adelaide Fringe in just a couple of weeks' time.
Sounds great, Marcus. Can't wait.
Awesome.
See you, mate.
Bye.